Hey Virgo, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my space. Happy Taurus season. I hope that everything is going well for you guys during this time of year. We have a lot of big energies that we're dealing with right now, which is what this reading is in regards. What this reading is regarding. Sorry. It's eclipse season. We just had an eclipse in Taurus, and we are entering Mercury's retrograde in about 3 days, 2.5 days, and then we're going to have Scorpio eclipse, a Scorpio eclipse on the 16th of this month. So very intense energies. Every person on the planet will be affected by this wave of change. It's a reset, spiritual reset, and it's going to affect all of us in different ways, okay? So this reading is all about the eclipse, both eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio, as well as Mercury's retrograde, okay? So Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever you have Virgo in your birth chart, that's what this reading pertains to. You, Virgo, you. All signs of Virgo. Okay, let me just cleanse my space. Okay. So Virgo, we're going to pull a couple of oracle messages first, then I'm going to pull tarot, and then I'm going to pull one last oracle message for you, just for the overall energies, okay, and any advice that you may need, okay? All right, let's see, Virgo. Let's see what energies are going to come out for you, what energies you may deal with. Universe, source, archangels, ancestors, gods, goddesses, earth spirits, earth guides, please come before us to speak to the sign of Virgo. All individuals who are born under the sign of Virgo, all individuals with Virgo in their chart. What messages do you have for Virgo at this time, universe, source? For Virgos, for the eclipse energies and Mercury's retrograde this month in May. Eclipse in Taurus, eclipse in Scorpio, and Mercury's retrograde for this month of May and how it will affect Virgo. Also Virgo, these eclipse energies as well as the Mercury's retrograde usually affects us for 3 weeks, right? But as far as the eclipses, the energies are probably gonna be here affecting all of us and changing us and helping us transform for the rest of 2022. Okay, the energy may not die down until towards the end of 2022. Okay, so you have card number 15. You have gratitude. I don't know if you guys can really see that too well, but the card of gratitude. There's a lot of light in this card. I feel like your true potential and your light as a soul, Virgo, stems from a place of gratitude. And if that light is being blocked or shaded or dimmed in any way, it's because there are some aspects of your life that you may not be so grateful for, or you wish. Again, there may be a sense of perfectionism here, Virgo, which I do feel a lot of Virgos out there, including myself, because I do have Virgo in my chart. It's hard to be grateful when you're a perfectionist, right? It's hard to be grateful when it's difficult to have gratitude when your life is not going the way you want it to, right? So sorry if you hear screaming outside. There are kids playing across the street. It's Sunday, so everybody's outside. But so I hope that you guys can hear me okay. Hopefully my mic is not picking up too much of that. But Virgo, how are you looking at your life? This eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde will really help you to stop yourself and ground yourself, right? Ground yourself. And I feel like this is all going to happen in Taurus season before we hit Gemini season. I feel Gemini season is the time where we all end up seeing things a little bit clearly, okay? But Virgo, it's okay to look at life as a big picture, right? But think about blessings in life that we normally don't think about, like a child being born or conceived, bees pollinating a flower, or a flower blossoming, a sprout coming out of the ground. Like if you can witness the process of that, so to speak, of the growth, a child's growth as an embryo, a bee pollinating a plant and creating honey in their hive, or a plant coming out of the ground, right? Forms of birth, you know, the way things are created, you know, instead of looking at things from a negative perspective. I don't know where I'm getting all this from. I'm not saying that all of you are necessarily looking at life in a negative way, but I do get a sense of perfectionism and really wanting things to look a certain way, right? So also others of you, you're learning to be grateful. You're actually learning how to grasp that and realize that everything that you have right now, the water that you drink, for those of you who have air conditioning, a roof over your head, clothes to wear, right? There are places in the world that don't have those things. For those of you who have a loving family, a good romantic relationship, a good job, a car to drive, money, right? Like things that we don't necessarily think about because it's a necessity. We feel like we have to have it anyway in order to thrive in some way or in order to survive. But are you thinking of it in terms of like, wow, I can not have this, and I'm actually grateful that I have these things, right? The world will seem less negative when you look at it from a different perspective of gratitude, right? Okay, let's see, Virgo. We're going to pull a couple more oracle messages before we jump into your tarot. For Virgo universe source for this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde in the month of May 2022. How will the Taurus eclipse in April and the Scorpio eclipse in May and Mercury's retrograde affect all signs of Virgo in this year of in this year of 2022? I was going to say January 2022. Sorry, Virgo. All right, so let's see. 2 cards for you, Virgo. 2 cards in regards to this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde. For Virgo for this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde, what will it teach them? Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we have strength. So there could be those of you that are going through a tough time right now, or maybe this eclipse energy will show you how strong you actually are. You may not. There are those of you who have some type of defense mechanism, or you have some type of safety mechanism in your life, so to speak, emotionally, mentally, or physically. There are ways that you live your life just in case someone tries to hurt you, or just in case life throws a random situation at you that you're not prepared for. But Virgo, I just get the sense that you're stronger than that. You're able to really live life with just independently, right? Trust yourself. I think that's what this eclipse energy is going to show you. Trust yourself. Just as you are, right? Intuition, yeah. There you go. So it's like, trust yourself, trust your gut. And some of you guys do have a safety mechanism, so to speak, right? Or a defense mechanism where that is you trusting yourself. You're realizing that your intuition or the gut feelings that you get about someone or about a situation, right? Or what type of preparations you need to take for your family or for yourself or for, your relationships, your marriage, whatever. Follow your gut with that, because I feel like that's what really brings you a sense of tranquility. Remember just to trust yourself, trust your gut, trust your intuition. You are built, the universe will show you, Virgo, that you are naturally built with a superpower, so to speak, when it comes to protection. Okay? Just learn to trust yourself a little bit more. All right, Virgo. Yeah, so there's something in your intuition during this eclipse season. Some of you guys may be dealing with a Leo or a Pisces, just putting that out there, or a Cancer, because you have this doesn't represent Leo, but it is like that red fire energy of strength, and I see the strength as the strength card in the tarot. And intuition, I see that as a high priestess, that purple energy, that moon energy, you know. It's definitely Pisces energy. So some of you guys have Pisces in your chart. Others of you have Leo in your chart, or both. Maybe you're Virgo, Leo, and Pisces in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus could be. And you need to. This eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde will show you how to grasp this trait of gratitude in your life. Okay, practicing forms of gratitude in your life. Some of you guys need to pray more. Some of you guys need to speak to your spirit guides and thank them more for everything that they do for you on a day-to-day basis, right? Some of whether you have spirit guides, ancestors, if you work with the elements, or you just have a creator for those of you who are religious, or you have multiple creators, multiple gods and goddesses or archangels, whoever it is that you pray to, whoever it is that you work with or speak to or communicate with, that's beyond our existence, so to speak. Virgo, communicate with them and show them that you are grateful for them. Okay? Because that can also spark something with your spirit guides or your creator to realize, like, wow, we're actually, like, the work that I'm doing for her or him or for them is being recognized. And that's how you spark a relationship with someone, right? Can't really have a relationship with someone if they're doing all the work and you're just receiving, right? It's the same thing for your creators, your ancestors, your gods and goddesses. For those of you who work with the Fae realm, same thing, you know, reciprocity, equal give and take on all ends. It's not just with human beings, right? But some of you guys just really need to, like, you may need to really go to the people who were really good to you in your life and thank them. You know, just show them that you're grateful for them. I also feel that there are those of you have been enduring a relationship, and during this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde, you're going to realize how much you've actually endured with this person. And maybe, oh, okay, well, that's what I'm getting here. Maybe it's not negative. It could be negative with this intuition card, but I feel like it's not really all that negative. It could be that you just need to communicate. You need to talk to someone, someone that you've been with for a long time, you've experienced life with for a long time, but you guys have been in survival mode, or you guys have just, you never really thought about, like, wow, this person's really stuck with me for a long time, you know? And you may realize, like, wow, this person is actually, like, they're legit. They're the real deal. Could be. Okay? It depends on what you're dealing with, okay? So let's go ahead and see, Virgo, what the tarot have to say for you. Let's see what the tarot has to say for this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde for Virgo universe source. 5 cards for Virgo. How will this eclipse season affect them? And Mercury's retrograde affect them this year of 2022? What can they expect? Yep, 3 of Cups. There you go. So there's definitely something in regards to relationships. Okay, sorry guys. You guys can barely see that. Let me see if I can dim my light just a little bit, so you guys can kind of see. I don't know. But the sunlight is still shining, so sorry about that, guys. But you have the 3 of Cups. If this light doesn't really work out, then I'll stop showing the cards, but I'm trying to make sure you guys can see them clearly. There we go. So yeah, the bottom of the deck was the 3 of Cups. So it's like Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Healing. I see this as Cancer, the 3 of Cups. Could be Pisces or Cancer. I mean, Pisces or Scorpio. But I see this as, because Cancer is that home energy, relationship energy, right? So some of you guys, you're really tapping into your gut feeling when it comes to how you've been living your life. Maybe your gut's telling you, hey, this needs to change. You need to change your perspective, right? Or again, maybe this intuition card could be talking about a Cancer or a Pisces or Scorpio. But this is definitely about your healing your relationships with this eclipse season and with Mercury's retrograde. All relationships, platonic, romantic, whatever, right? Whether you're married or in a committed relationship or dating, or it's your friends or your family, business partnerships, right? And your relationship with yourself, okay? Some of you guys, maybe it's your relationship with your pets, okay? Or your your children, you know, because animals are considered children. They're part of the family. I feel like they should be, you know, if you're adopting them. But maybe your animals at home, you're really realizing, like, or your plants, you're looking at plants and realizing, like, wow, like, what would the world be like without these individuals, without these living beings, right? But your relationship to others, people external to you, how grateful are you for those people? And are you taking them for granted? Or do you feel like someone else is taking you for granted and you're feeling that in your intuition and you've been giving and giving and giving in relationships or partnerships, but you're not getting anything back? Make sure that you're also paying attention to that, Virgo. 8 of Cups. Yeah, so some of you guys are walking away from a relationship for sure during this eclipse season and during Mercury's retrograde. Some of you guys are working away from a business partnership or a job because, again, you just feel like you've been showing that you love your job or that you care about the work that you've been doing. You care about the company that you work for or whatever, your coworkers or your management, but you're not really getting the same back. You're not really being shown at your job that you're actually appreciated. So some of you guys are going to be urged or pushed to walk away from a job, whether you actually do it or not. You're just going to have that push where you're going to have that guttural instinct, you know, that gut feeling of, why am I still here? You know, why am I still giving so much energy to this when I'm not getting anything in return, right? Queen of Swords, yeah, so some of you guys are definitely dealing with an Aquarius or a Gemini. I read this as Gemini for the most part, but it could be an Aquarius or a Libra, doesn't really matter. But whoever this person is, I feel like there are those of you, Virgo, you may have Gemini, or you're dealing with a Gemini or someone with Gemini in their chart, or Aquarius. You are done with something. You're done with something because you're not being shown that you matter in a situation. Okay, and these eclipses and Mercury's retrograde this year, you guys may just completely change your job during this eclipse season or Mercury's retrograde or at some point this year, and you know, you'll have a story to tell, that's for sure, whatever the situation is. But others of you, this is a relationship. Others of you, you are leaving a certain situation behind. Doesn't have to be permanently, but you're kind of blocking some people out of your life or just out of your peripheral, so to speak. Like you're just kind of closing the door on a friendship or a relationship. You're taking a break or something like that because you feel there's some energies that are just not in sync for some reason. Okay, Judgment. Yeah, so you've been judging a situation, maybe not harshly, maybe you have been judging it harshly because you're just like, this is not working. You're really looking into something. But the universe with the Judgment card, when I see that, that just means it's time. The time is now. It's time to get down to work. It's time for transformation. It's time to push things forward or push something out. It's time to walk away from something. It's time to leave. It's time to take a break, right? It's time to send in your letter of or send in your resignation. It's time to let somebody know, like, hey, we've been dealing with this for a year. Maybe some of you guys have been dealing with something for 8 years. Okay, for 8 years. Some of you guys may be a life path number 8, but some of you guys may have been dealing with something for almost a decade, and you're just like, peace out. I've wasted my time for long enough. Could be with a job, could be with a relationship, could be with your family or a friend. Queen of Wands. So again, some of you guys, I'm sorry, you guys cannot. Let me try to see. There we go. I just got to bring it closer. So the Queen of Wands, guys, like, some of you guys are dealing with a Leo, or you have Leo in your chart and you need to tap into that energy if you have Leo in your chart. Some of you guys could be dealing with the Aries or a Sagittarius, but I read the Queen of Wands as Leo, but take what resonates. But there are those of you, you're shining. This is where when you really realize how much you've been taken for granted or advantage of, you start to actually be grateful for yourself and your strength and following your gut. Start following your gut, because your future self will thank you, okay, for that. So Virgo, some of you guys are dealing with 2 people. It could be a Gemini or a Leo. Some of you guys are dealing with one person that has both of these signs in their chart, air and fire together, and they may be judging you from afar. And you, during this time, some of you guys have already done this. You've walked away from a relationship already. Okay, because Mercury's retrograde has kind of, in my opinion, already started. So things are already starting to stir. Okay, things are starting to be pushed forward or taken out completely. Okay. Yeah, the Hermit. So definitely a break. Some of you guys are done, or you just need a break. You need some time to reflect on a friendship. You need time to reflect on a relationship. You're just giving yourself the space. It could be you and another person agreed. Okay, because there was some judgment from afar that someone was not really speaking about, possibly. So you blocked them out, possibly, or they blocked you out, one of the two. But this is definitely healing, either for you from a relationship or just you and another person together. Okay. if it's with your family, could be a couple people in your family for sure. Okay, sorry guys, I'm just gonna bring my candles a little bit closer because the sun is going down, and I don't really have a lamp to really turn on right now, so I will figure that out as we go. So give me a second, guys. Sorry, I just finished doing a ritual, so I have my candles burning here, and I kind of like the candlelight. I feel like this is your energy, Virgo. Funny thing is, I didn't even mention this. The Hermit is you. So some of you guys definitely walked away from someone. Again, if it's vice versa, take what resonates. But you definitely walked away from someone, Virgo. Or someone walked away from you. Okay, let's clarify these cards. Yeah, this is a friend, or a family member, a sibling. I read the Six of Cups as a friendship, like platonic relationships, but it could be a relationship from the past, okay? Let's go ahead and clarify these cards for you, Virgo. Clarify these cards, Universe Source, for Virgo. Clarify these cards for Virgo. For Mercury's retrograde and the eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio for Virgo. So yeah, Six of Cups, this is definitely somebody from your past, someone you've known for a long time. This is also soulmate energy. It could be karmic partner. But I also see that if it is romantic, definitely this is a soulmate, or this is someone you need to take a break from. I feel like it's a break. I don't feel like it's a permanent breakup, but it can be. Depends on what you want. Whatever's best for you, excuse me. But for others of you, this is you just walking away from your past self. Like you've changed and you just need some time to really unpack who you're becoming right now. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy. We do have the Ten of Cups at the bottom of that. So this is your overall happiness. Whatever you walked away from, Virgo, or whatever you end up walking away from this year after these the eclipse in Scorpio and Mercury retrograde finally passes, because we already dealt with the Taurus eclipse. You will feel so free after cutting this person off, or cutting off this situation, or walking away from this job. Some of you guys, this is a romantic relationship. Like this is in regard, maybe you're walking away from a relationship or your family, but I feel like maybe there was someone who was judging you or judging your relationship with someone, and they saw that you had the Ten of Cups with this person, and they were like, kind of putting negative thoughts in your mind, or being a bug in your ear, so to speak, about your relationship if you ever like mentioned it to them. It's interesting. But others of you, this is just you walking away from a past self. Okay, we have Justice here. Some of you guys are definitely dealing with a Libra. You're walking away from a Libra. Others of you, there's a court case that you're finally wiping your hands of. Okay, you're done. But I do get the sense Libra represents Venus. That is relationships, right? It's love. It's the energy of love. So you're walking away from something that was out of balance, so that you can, maybe you're walking away from something because you feel in your gut that if you walk away or leave this person alone, or kind of block them, if you're in a committed relationship, maybe you're not walking away from someone, you're just blocking them a little bit. You know, you're spending time in one room, you're in another room. If you live with this person, or a family member, or a roommate, that's a soulmate or a good friend, or a partner romantically. But I just get the sense you're kind of distancing yourself, because you're just like, there is some judgments here, and some energies that are out of balance, and I need to leave this situation, or I need to distance myself, right? This person will notice this for sure. 8 of Coins, there you go, is that number 8 again. So definitely talking about the number 8, success, okay? Success in money. This could be at your job. You may have a Gemini or a Aquarius, or just a person. Could be a feminine energy. Doesn't matter if it's male or female, but someone with feminine energy, but they're not, they may be very callous, or maybe not callous, that might be kind of rude to say, or not rude, but it might be kind of harsh, but they might be callous, they may be very rude, or they may be very blunt in how they talk, or they're very staunch in what they believe in. And you may have worked with this person in the past, you may have went to school with them, worked on projects with them. You have a business mindset as they do, or they have the same business mindset as you do, but this is definitely someone you worked with for some of you, or this is just someone that you guys worked on a relationship with them. You guys built a relationship, a friendship, or it's a family situation, right? And something happened where you just needed to cut them off. Yeah, Three of Wands. There's that Leo energy again, you guys. So Virgo. Someone was judging how you were moving towards your future. They were judging, they were comparing their life to yours, right? And the universe was telling you in your gut, there were some of you guys, your gut was telling you it's time to move towards an opportunity here. Don't squander this blessing. And the universe was pushing you, but with the Taurus eclipse and the Scorpio eclipse, Taurus brings things to life. Taurus gives birth, right? It's a pregnancy type of energy with Taurus energy for all of us. But then Scorpio comes in and is like, okay, so you just gave birth to something. The universe just gave you something. I need something so that we can keep everything in this universal construct of things in balance. So Virgo, there is something that you are sacrificing, or you're going to be pushed to sacrifice, which I feel like it's going to be it's going to be a job or a friendship or a relationship that you're just going to walk away from for a time, so that you can give birth to this brand new opportunity. And I feel like that opportunity will probably be in a relationship of some kind, or a new job. It could be Knight of Swords. There's that Gemini energy again, you guys. I'm telling you, like somebody has Leo and Gemini in their chart, or Leo and Aquarius. Okay, this can be you, one of the two, but it's like this person is very staunch in what they believe, and they may be a friend who judges you or tells you like, why are you doing this, why are you in that relationship, like why are you like this, you know what I mean? There's someone who is very judgy. They may mean well, but Virgo, you're gonna have to be this Knight of Swords and be like, no, this is my life, I'm going after what I want, screw you if you don't like it. You may have to be very blunt with this person. Yeah, the Chariot. That's Cancer. So somebody is a Cancer in your life, Virgo, or a Leo, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Libra. Okay, Pisces, Cancer. But there's some type of judgment here, maybe some misjudgment. And you may need to be very clear with this person about what you're trying to do, and kind of shut them up a little bit and just let them know, like, this is not your place to judge me on this, right? Because you know what you're doing. Like I was saying, Virgo, like with intuition and strength, you know what the fuck you're doing. You know what's going on. You don't need anybody to tell you. You're independent. You don't need anybody to tell you how to live your life, and who to date and who not to date, and who to marry and who not to marry, and when to have kids. And you don't need that. You don't need it. Okay? All right, Virgo. Let's go ahead and see one last message for you guys in regarding Mercury's retrograde and the eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio in the month of May, and how it will affect you. And let's just see what kind of advice, Universe Source, what overall advice do you have for Virgo around the world for this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde in May? Ooh. I'm not sure if that's the card they want me to choose, so I'm just gonna continue. Okay. Yeah, they want me to show this. Okay. They want me to show this to you. Wow, you have opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. Look at those two words. Insight. You got that at the bottom of the deck, Virgo. Like it said, I can't make this up. Insight opens the third eye to strengthen intuition. Strengthen your intuition. Strength and intuition. Strength and intuition card. I cannot make that up. Like those two words, please remember that during this eclipse season and Mercury's retrograde, you guys. You know something is off, or you know that you're supposed to move towards something. Move towards it. Don't let this person or this individual, whoever this is, to like screw that up. Don't let them be a bug in your ear, because you got this, right? And then you have wow, guys, some of you guys are life path number 8, where you've been dealing with somebody for the past 8 years. You've also, some of you guys, maybe you're dealing with someone who's 8 years older or younger than you. Others of you, you are a life path number 3, or you're a life path number 33, or you're a life path number 9 or 6, whatever number resonates with you. But you have perseverance, the motivation to keep going despite the odds. Like I said, if there are people doubting you in any type of situation, and they've been doubting you and trying to make you feel like, oh, he or she doesn't know what they're doing, I need to help them. No, you don't need no help. You know what you're doing, right? And then we have happy love, card number 3, a joyful, stable relationship and good friends. So Virgo, there are those of you, and as I say that, there's a hummingbird that is just sitting perched in front of my window. There are going to be some miracles and beautiful energy, beautiful births happening. Some of you guys are pregnant, or you're going to get pregnant soon, whether you plan it or not. But Virgo, you guys are on the right track. If there are people that's been doubting you, or you've been doubting yourself, trust your intuition, because I have a feeling the Virgos that I'm talking to, your intuition tells you exactly what you should be doing, and you don't follow it, and then you get bit in the ass later. And others of you, you actually follow your intuition, but you're so shaky on it, and you're just like, oh, I don't know, and you have a lot of anxiety, and then you realize, oh, I was right the whole time, right? So follow your intuition, follow your gut. If this is somebody that you're dealing with, Virgo, and they're not shit, and you don't want to believe that they're not shit, open your eyes. Open your eyes. If there's a job where you know it's not shit, and you've been trying to convince yourself, no, like I can keep going, I can keep working here, things are going to get better, open your eyes. Okay? All right, you guys, much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye, Virgo.